Today's show features Cindy Yaw from Malaysia. Cindy is a force in the ultra-distance riding in Southeast Asia. She will talk about distance riding, the mindset, and riding beyond your limits.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is UltraCycling Magazine. I'm here with Cindy Yaw, I should
Yao, Yao.
say. Cindy Yaw from Malaysia. Cindy, how are you this morning?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. And it's actually night here in Malaysia. It's 8 p.m. So good morning.
Here this morning, I'm trying to be awake, and Cindy is wrapping up her day there in Malaysia. Thank you for being with us. Jim is absent for the moment.
Pleasure is mine.
We hope he might show up here sooner or later. If he does, we'll
Very looking forward to. Okay, sure.
So Cindy, stand by a moment because we've got a few announcements to make, and we'll be right back with you.
Okay, sure.
The UltraCycling Magazine show is brought to you by the Race Across America time stations in Ohio. 41 Oxford, 42 Blanchester, 43 Chillicothe. We would also like to thank the sign man, Mike Minium, for all the route signs in Ohio. They make great souvenirs. Be sure to pick one up at any of the Ohio time stations. $10 gets you a great keepsake and lets us put one more on the route next year. For more great content, be sure to follow us on Facebook. Click that like, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell on YouTube.
For all of you registered RAM, RAW, and RAE racers and crew members, or anyone that is thinking about racing this year, the 2-day online seminar is fast approaching. It is coming up on Saturday, January 31st and Sunday, February 1st. These are a great source of information for newbies and veterans alike. Both racers and crew can get a lot of great tips and tricks, as well as what to do and not to do to have a successful race. I have come away with new information every year I have participated. It's also a great place to ask those questions you have about anything RAM, RAW, RAE related. So make sure you register soon to be part of this great learning experience.
Cindy, we're so happy to have you from Malaysia. I think you're the second person we've had on the show from Malaysia.
Wow.
And we're so excited to be part of the long-distance cycling scene there in your country. So you've had quite a few experiences. Tell me a little bit about how you got into cycling and then how you made the jump to long-distance randonneuring, that sort of thing, Cindy.
Well, I started cycling I bought my first bike in 2018. At that time, I just want to keep myself fit, and I never thought I will do real cycling, like long distance or even fast-paced cycling. I was just, doing a usual round my housing area, and then I got to know cyclists, real cyclists, and I follow them, I learn, and slowly people introduced me to Audax in year 2020. It's a guy named Shauki. He's a friend, and he told me about there's this thing called Audax. If you want to achieve the super randonneur title, then you have to start riding a 200 km, 300 km, 400 km, and a 600 km. I was like, oh, I've never even ridden a 100 km. How the hell can I do 200 km? I was like, well, he said nothing to lose, and why not give it a try? So that's what I did. Okay, so I started with 200 km in January 2020. And after that, the pandemic started in our country in March, and we started a lockdown, and we can't ride. So from there, I do a lot of indoor training, and after the lockdown, then I started to ride again outside, outdoor, and I completed my 400 km first. Okay, because the calendar jumbled up and also we did a 400 km, and then followed by the 600 km, then only the 300 km, and I achieved my first SR in the year 2020. And then I went to Shauki, friend, and I told Shauki, I achieved my first SR. And you know what he told me? Cindy, do you know you gotta maintain the title? I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, I need to maintain it. Then there I continue. Then I got my second SR, third SR, fourth SR, and this year is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's my sixth SR. And then I did my first longest BRM 1000 in the year 2021. Yeah. Then followed by the LRM. My first LRM, I didn't complete it in time. It's probably my sleep management wasn't very good at that time. So I finished the ride, but it's overtime. I think off by few hours. So then, well, I started to do more long distance training because the next LRM, I told myself, Cindy, you got to complete that within COT, within the cutoff time. So then I started to do a lot of trainings, some trainings on my own and some trainings in group. Ultra distance in Malaysia, it's not a lot of the community is big, but a lot of times when you want to do training, you got to do on your own. Then I started to learn how to change my tube, when I get a puncture, which I used to have someone to help me, but now I have to do it myself. So yeah, and that's how I got into the ultra distance, and after achieving all the SR, I started to like it more, and people started to introduce me, hey, do you know what is PVP? It's like I went for my first PVP in 2023. I completed the 1002, but it's also off COT. So it's time management. I really have to mark up my time management. I have to train on my sleep management. I have to. Then I started to do a lot of trainings. Then after 2023, when I'm back, I completed my first LRM in 2024. So after completed it, the more I just love riding the distance, after completing it, looking at my Strava, and the satisfaction is really I can't describe how I feel, you see. So that's how I started to fall in love with long distance.
So you did make Paris in 2023, Paris Paris.
Yes, I did, but I didn't complete it in time. So I'm going for the next one, 2027. So yes, and I have to make sure I complete it in time.
So how close did you come to completing it in time?
I'm still working on it.
You just finally take the train in. What do they call it? They got a name for that, but I forget when you.
Yes, yeah.
90 hours. How close to 90 hours did you come?
I completed in 97 hours the last round, so
Okay.
7 hours of cutoff time, and I was really sad because before the 2023, before the PBB, I really trained. I worked so hard on it, and I was so disappointed with myself, and
Oh my goodness.
yeah, so it's
We don't allow that here.
So, but I didn't give up. I come back. I still continue to train.
You know,
And
when I hear that, and you say 97, how many people do you know in the world who could do that in 97 hours? And you could count them probably on the fingers of, I like to say, a steelworker's hands. But yeah, I mean, don't degrade that. We just don't like that here. We think people that have done remarkable things. But let me ask you, as you think back on 2023, you're getting ready for 2027. Um, what are you going to do different to make up for those 7 hours? What did you
uh,
learn, or what have you
okay,
learned since then that you're going to change?
probably I need to learn how to reserve my power,
Okay.
reserve my and I don't push too hard on probably the first 2 days, and I think I need to have enough sleep. So I need to plan properly which CP I need to sleep, and I must have a minimum of 4 hours. And probably during the day, I can't waste much time while riding. So I need to catch up on time so that I have enough time to sleep. And during 2023, because lack of sleep, I actually had a minor crash, but wasn't very serious. The chain dropped, and I just adjusted back and I continue riding. So that also take up some time. So, and I have to really be alert, and when I need to sleep, I have to sleep. So, and yeah, I think sleep is my biggest enemy. I just have to manage that. I, Even though the recent ride that I came back from Hainan, which I told you about, is also because lack of sleep. I had a micro slip on the bike and I fell, and the I fell to the right, and it actually bent my pulley, and I couldn't even shift my gears, and I have to DNF that ride. So I did not finish. I completed 1,140 km. It's like a 70 to 80 km to go. It's also a waste, but yeah, I learned my lesson. It's also sleeping problem. So I think sleep is my biggest enemy. I really have to work on it.
Well, I think that's a common thing, and you talk about learning how to reserve your power. That's another thing. I think most of us, uh, in our experience with longer distances, tended to burn ourselves out too early and
I
not
agree. Yeah.
manage yourself and plan. And you don't know what you're up against time wise, so you're probably a little anxious to get going, and
Yes,
that's pretty common. I mean, there's a rather well-known
I know, right? So
race
it's like,
race across America uh, rider who starts out. He looks like he's just out for a pleasant little afternoon ride, and everybody takes off, and he's just twiddling along behind. But when you get down toward the end, he's right in there. He knows how to manage his time and sleep, another thing as well. And I think, yeah, how to use your time stations in a way that you can get your rest when you really need it.
yes,
And
yes, I totally agree.
yeah, I've
You
never
see,
I've never been to PvP. I missed out on that whole scene, but
mm,
I regret that.
it's actually it's a great event. It's like throughout the entire ride from because it's a to and fro. Okay, so you start from Paris in 2023, and 2027 I think it's going to be starting from the same town, Rambouillet. So they're going to ride to Brest, and throughout the entire route, it's like it's like a fest. You see, everybody, all the all villagers, they set up their tables, they set up the chairs and all. They offer food, they offer drinks to cyclists, and all they ask for is a postcard back at our country. Okay, so you feel so warm whenever you pass through a village. It's late at night and you thought, okay, no one stays awake but at 2 or 3 a.m. when I pass by that town, someone actually stand up and clap and cheer us, you see. So
Yeah, that's what I understand, and people have food along the way to give you, and
yes,
it's
yes, they have chairs for you to rest, they give you blankets and all,
it's
and
a
and
French festival for those people along.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's so nice of them, and they offer pizza, pastas, and I don't even have to worry to find food. Yeah, it's everywhere,
so
and
yeah, 2026. Um, well, you don't start qualifying till the first of 2027, do you?
yes.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is that we need to complete probably BRM 1000, that to in order for us to secure our spot. Because if you have a BRM 1000, then you'll be able to secure
Yeah.
your spot. You see.
Otherwise, you have to do the two,
Yeah,
two,
you don't have the priority to select the
right?
spot, to start the time, your preferred time. Yes.
Oh,
So
now did I had the feeling that Malaysia sent a pretty healthy delegation to PVP last time, did they not?
yes, yes, yes. The last we had about like close to 50 participants from Malaysia that one.
Uh, You're going to have more in the year ahead.
So
In 2020?
yeah, so everybody we started to talk about it, even though it's like another year plus to go, we already start planning our trainings, and plan where to stay and all. So yeah, we are quite unite and we are like a family.
Oh, tell me about ultracycling in Malaysia or cycling in general.
Mhm.
Um, is distance cycling growing at all in your country?
Sorry, again?
Is cycling in general growing in Malaysia as a sport?
Mm, well, it actually it was a quite a peak during the pandemic. Everybody is like they can't travel, there's nothing much to do, and everybody started cycling. They started to, and it's the cycling community suddenly just boomed during that few years. Started from 2021 to I think 2023. And when the pandemic is over, then I think at least 50% drop. Some of them just selling off their bikes and they are just retiring, and to be honest, not many are really ultra distance rider. You see,
I think that's kind of typical, Cindy, all over
yeah.
the world. This weekend coming up, we're recording this on January 16th, and on this next weekend's um, show, we're having Amit Smarth from India. He's telling us
Mm,
the same thing. Another thing he mentioned, and I wonder if the problem of getting high-end bicycles in India has become a problem because of the tariffs that's been put on. Has the prices, what's the possibility of buying say, a professional bike that you would use for PPP in Malaysia? Are they quite expensive?
yes, the price due to taxes, you see, so the prices are, yeah, I should say it's quite pricey. And not just buying the bike, the accessories, the maintenance of the bike, and it's actually quite costly in a way. Yeah, and I'm quite blessed, you see, because of my passion towards cycling and towards the long distance, and I have supports, from various brands, bike brand and also apparel and some gears that I carry for them, and of course I have to just promote it, in my social media. So I'm quite blessed with all the supports from my sponsorship.
So
I
you
should
do
say.
have some sponsors.
Yes, I do. I do.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, yeah. So currently I'm riding a Pinarello Dogma X, which is actually designed for endurance rides, you see. So this bike is pretty comfort. I started using it since last year November, yeah. So I did my already did a 200, 300, 600, 400, and also 1,000 km with it. So I'm still exploring the bike. So yeah, and yes.
Yeah, I was just looking here. I see some of your sponsors, and let's do a shout as an MYB bike store, bicycle store.
Yes.
Yes, let's
So
give a shout out to them and
yes.
Reba or Bia, I should say. I always get that
Yeah,
right.
Obia was my previous sponsor. So now
Okay,
yeah, no. So now my new bike is sponsored by Eddie Cycle.
okay.
So they are the sole distributor for Pinarello in Malaysia.
Is it safe on the highways?
No, we are not allowed to ride on a highway. We are allowed to ride on because highway is like the express freeway. We are not allowed to ride on those.
Okay, but on the
Yes,
other roadways,
yes. Other road
are
like
people respectful of you as a cyclist on the road?
some do, not everyone. Yeah, but majority, yes, they will. But of course, we also have to be mindful and considerate, because our speed are slow and we cannot be, blocking. So we have to like try to ride as far left on the road shoulder as much so that they can actually overtake us easily. Try not to ride in too long peloton so that it's easier for the vehicles to overtake us.
That
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
we
begs
share
the question.
roads.
Are is your traffic on the left in Malaysia?
Yes, our traffic is on the left.
Okay, well, listen, hey, it's been a real delight being able to talk with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope to hear more from you, Cindy.
Oh,
And I
sure.
need to say something now. When her name appears, it looks like it's misspelled, but the graphic we use kind of cuts that bottom off of that Y. So her first name is Cindy, Cindy.
Why?
It doesn't
Yes.
show up that way on the screen, and I may change how we display that in the future. I didn't realize it was cutting the bottom of those letters off. We'll do that again. It's been a delight to have you with us. We wish you well. I want you to stay in touch and keep us informed what you're doing, Cindy. And
Sure.
maybe we can talk to you a little more about Paris Press Paris in 2027 because
Hmm.
we have some things going on there and we'd like to be in touch with you about that.
Sure.
Thanks for
Sure.
being with us. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Next week, February 1st, Dr. Vince of Infinity Saddles returns to UltraCycling Magazine to talk about bike fitting in general and crank links in particular. This is Gregory Zuber, thanking you for watching and sharing.